guys, welcome. Hope everyone had a great Christmas, and let's get forward to a great week. All right, so let's go through the markets. We have a lot of information to go through. So happy holidays, and again, hope everyone had a great Christmas. And as we look forward to the new year, all right, so hopefully you guys had a great trading year. So we're going to finish up the year and then get going, start getting ready for 2026. All right. As far as the Christmas rally, guys, we are not having that Christmas rally so far. All right. Markets are holding firm, but we are not getting that Christmas rally. All right. So let's go through the indexes on the 240. As a matter of fact, let's focus on the daily here. All right, so on the daily time frame, you guys will get a clearer picture on the daily. All right, daily is similar to the 240 right now, so we are not breaking out. We do have buy signals. Okay, so we do have a buy signal on the S&P, so that's good. So buy signal right at resistance on the S&P. All right, but we're not breaking out on the S&P. All right. The second buy signal we have is on the Dow. So we do have a buy signal on the Dow right at that resistance level. Now the Dow is moving a bit higher, but still near that resistance level. Okay. The NASDAQ, no buy signal, trading below resistance. So no buy signal on the NAS, trading below resistance. The IWM, we do have a buy signal, but we're trading right at that resistance level. Okay, so buyers are still in control. Buyers are holding, but we are not breaking out. We are not having that rally, that Christmas rally that we've been hoping for. Okay, so we are not getting that. Good news though. Good news is on the VIX. All right, so the VIX volatility index is at 1360. All right, that's really low volatility. We would like that to stay there or even get lower. Again, but we're not moving higher. Based on this volatility, that low volatility, we should see price moving higher, but they're not. All right, in the futures market, the dollar is still holding at 97. All right, so $97 on the dollar, still holding, trading below a range, between a range here of support and resistance. Right now in the futures market, prices are mixed on the E-mini. All right, so Dow E-mini is slightly up 14. NASDAQ slightly down 2, just basically flat to mixed right now. In the sectors market, let's take a look at tech. All right, so tech sector here, the XLK. All right, no buy signal. We need to get above resistance here to break, to get a buy signal. Prices are still holding, so the market's still healthy, right? It's not selling off, still holding, but we are not moving higher, guys, okay? Healthcare, the XLV is holding firm, nicely done here, holding its buy signal from October. Okay, biotech has been the number one, guys, number one sector. All right, in equities, biotech. All right, buy signal here moving higher. Okay, biotech right here. We know what's going on with gold and silver. Buy signal for biotech came in all the way in June and it's been moving higher. We have purple support and resistance, so we are getting overbought there. Financials market, the financial market, right? So your banks, they're starting to break out. So buy signal here, and they are breaking out. So our stock boss traders, keep an eye on it, but stock boss is slowing down with heat seeker. We'll take a look at that, okay? So, but financials are moving out, moving up, following the tech, all right? Following tech. Consumer discretionary, let's take a look here. We do have a buy signal. All right, so by now it should move. Now we can still get that Christmas rally, all right, but if that doesn't happen in the month of December, we can consider it a Christmas rally. So we have a few more days, all right, to still get a rally. But if we do get a rally, will be a small rally, okay? Materials, that's moving, breaking out with a buy signal. Let's see, ComServe is breaking out, and that's about it, okay? All righty. For our Forex traders, all right, the yen pairs, okay? So yen pairs, that's your number one trade right now. We've been talking about this, no surprise. All right, so pound yen, buy signal here, definitely breaking out. You guys can see that here. All right, look at that move in pound yen. Finally, these yen pairs are breaking out. You guys know that we need these yen pairs. Yen pairs or the dollar pairs, either one to break out to really get Forex moving. Forex market has been consolidating for months. All right, so if you guys have been on the sideline, you should be in these trades, in these yen trades, okay? So right, pound yen and the yen pairs are breaking higher. We'll take a look at that group. All right, the dollar, just remember, dollar USD CHF is consolidating, so that whole group is consolidating. You might find isolated trades, but the dollar is consolidating. Dollar Swiss, we use dollar Swiss as a barometer for that group. That's consolidating as well. Aussie, you guys might find as the dollar pairs consolidate and move lower, the dollar, you might see a move to the upside, all right? So with the inverse. So pound dollar is moving higher. That doesn't mean that the pound pairs are moving, right? Higher, but pound dollar is moving higher. Pound Aussie moving higher here. And then New Zealand dollar moving higher as well, okay? Let's take a look at Forex Tracker. Monster Forex Tracker as far as volatility. On the daily time frame, guys, we've got about 50% volatility on the daily time frame for Forex. All right, on the 240, we've got about 70% volatility. So we have great movement on the 240. All right, so pay attention to that 240 time frame. Okay. First time here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First time. Okay. All right. So great volatility on the 240. So focus on your 240, guys. Your 240-minute time frame for Forex. Focus on that. All right. Lots of consolidation on the 60-minute time frame here. All right. All these red candles here. These pairs are consolidating. All these pairs are red here. All right, red candles here, those are consolidating. Okay, so just a little bit of volatility on the 60, but the 240 wide open. Okay, wide open. Yen pairs, you guys can see here, we still have decent amount of buying in the yen pairs. So yen pairs here on the 60, on the 240, and on the daily. You might find some opportunities in the Aussie pairs here and Kiwi pairs, but sellers are coming in, some red coming in here, sellers are coming in, but your number one trade is still the yen pairs, okay? Dollar pairs, we have a lot of selling in the dollar pairs. You can take those short, but be careful shorting those. All right, remember, the dollar is in a range bound, right? Between support and resistance, not trending up, not trending down. All right, you can find some opportunities there, but be careful. Euro pairs, we have selling coming into the euro pairs. You guys can see that there. All right, so be careful there. And then pound pairs, selling is also coming in the pound pairs right here. So focus on the yen pairs. That's the best trade right now in Forex. Okay. Right now, your top trending pair, right? Your top trending on the short side are all these dollar pairs. See, the dollar pairs are moving lower. Okay. All right. So USD CNH, USD CAD. All right. CNH CAD is here. All right. USD SEK. All right. But be careful chasing these shorts, guys. Right. Really oversold here. Be careful trading those. And we have the inverse Aussie dollar breaking out. I would rather, if you guys are going to trade the dollar, trade this inverse. All right. So Aussie dollar looks good. Pound dollar looks good. Euro dollar looks good. And then we've got the yen pairs creeping up. All right. So euro yen, great trade going here. This is on the daily time frame there. Pound yen. All right. We talked about pound yen. That's breaking out. Okay. All right. So if you're looking for a better direction, yen pairs will give you that. Okay. New Zealand yen, that's breaking out. Swiss yen breaking out. Look at this. Great price action here in the markup phase. Okay. All right. And they're continuing to break higher. CAD yen. And they're slowly moving higher, guys. When we started with these yen pairs, they were all the way down here, consolidating, but they're moving higher. And eventually, hopefully, they'll take over these dollar pairs that are up here. Okay? So yen pairs, that's your trade right now in Forex with Monster Scalper. Okay? All right. As far as alerts, so Aussie pairs are giving new alerts. All right, so Aussie dollar, Aussie New Zealand, Aussie Swiss, Aussie CAD. So buyers are coming in here. All right, dollar pairs are down here. See, sellers are here in these dollar pairs. Be careful again. The dollar is bouncing around within that range. Okay, yen pairs. So ZAR yen, SGD. New Zealand yen, HKD gave a sell signal there. Pound yen looks good. Euro yen, I'm still holding there. Swiss, all right. So best trade right now. And keep an eye on the Aussie. Aussie pairs, not so much the Kiwi, but the Aussie pair. Something is going on with the Aussie pairs there, okay, as far as alerts. As I mentioned, the VIX is at 13 and change. Big red candle, guys, came in on the VIX on the monthly time frame. Look how low we are. All right. What platform we are using? Our trading systems, and TradeStation is the platform. Okay, so TradeStation. Okay. All right, big red candle, guys. Big red candle here on the monthly VIX. Really good. Low volatility, so that's really good for the market, for equities. We just need these prices to break higher, need these indexes to break higher, and the market will move higher, right? But as we get closer to January here, right, getting a bit risky, traders will look to take some profits, okay? All right. The Mag 7s, a little late for that Christmas rally here. Mag 7s, okay? So Tesla, guys, holding a buy signal. Holding a buy signal here. Here is resistance. Here is our buy signal. We've come down a bit here, okay? Notice here, this is where sellers came in before, right here. So this area here, big resistance here for Tesla. That price is at 470.75. All right, so 475, big resistance. This was this time last year. Sellers came in heavy and pushed that price back over. So from December of last year to April of this year, Tesla made a big move lower. All right, tested resistance again, price came down. Tested resistance again, sellers came in, price came down. And then here we are right now, buy signal here and barely holding that resistance level. So Tesla, keep an eye on it there. If you're buying on that daily time frame, be careful. Oh, we need a bounce, okay? Nvidia. All right, NVIDIA, guys, we've got to get above 196. Okay, so we have resistance here, 196. Let's call it 200. Okay, 200. Green candles here, so we have 3 days of buying. We need to break resistance here to get a buy signal. So we do not have a buy signal on the daily time frame on NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA hasn't done anything since October. Hasn't gone anywhere. All right, here is resistance. Here is support. Good news, it's holding support. They're not letting the price move lower than support. Support is at 170. All right, so 170, 169, 170 is support on NVIDIA. If this market, if we had this Christmas rally, guys, this Max 7s would be breaking out, moving higher. That's a concern. Microsoft. All right, no buy signal in Microsoft. So this is I wouldn't say a scary place to be with the market. Buyers are still holding, but we are not moving higher. Okay? And we should be moving higher. Fourth quarter, Christmas rally, we should be moving higher. Microsoft, sell signal, no buy signal in Microsoft. It is in the markdown phase. Meta, Facebook, no buy signals. All right, it is in the markdown phase, all the way down here. All right, support is here. It fell from 789, 790, all the way to 666. All right, buyers are trying to come in. If we can break through 690, we could get a buy signal. But we are far from that. Google right now, let's take a look. It is holding its buy signal. It is overbought. Doesn't mean it can't move higher. All right, so bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, purple support and resistance here, broke resistance with a buy signal here, all green candles here. All right, buy signal here, holding firm at 313. Purple support and resistance, we've got to get above the high here. What is that? Price 327 to keep moving higher. All right, but good price action. Strongly in the markup phase. You guys can see that there. Good price action, holding its buy signal. So that Max 7 looks good. Amazon, no buy signal, guys. We have too many Max 7s without buy signals. That's not good for equities. All right, that's not good for NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the worst index right now, right? It is not moving higher. And these Max 7 stocks, right? We need the NASDAQ to move. All right, Amazon is stuck within a range. So pay attention to this, guys. In a year, in a whole year, Amazon hasn't done anything. All right, so here was the previous high, 2025 high here. All right, so January of 2025. Okay. Here is your resistance. Here is your high. All right. Here is July. Here is October. Here is now. Hasn't gone anywhere. All right. So be aware of that. Not tradable. No buy signal. Not tradable. That's Amazon. All right, we pay attention to these Max 7s because we need these Max 7s. If these large cap stocks in particular, if they move, these tech stocks move, right? We need the Magnificent 7 stocks to move, okay? So that tells us a lot if they're not moving. Apple, I'm holding a really good buy signal. All right, here's your markdown. Here's your sellers came in. Here's your markup. Buyers are holding firm. So Apple is doing good. All right, buy signal is here. All right, buy signal came in at 218. Currently 273. In order to move higher, we've got to get above the high here. All right, it is holding purple support and resistance. We have to be aware of that. All right, white candles here, so neutral, but holding firm. We need a bounce, green candle, and continue to move higher. All right, but overall, the Max 7s, they're struggling, okay? All right, let's go through big picture. Dow 240. All right, buy signal here. Again, that's good, but we are not breaking out. And just remember, guys, we've gone up quite a bit. All right, so we've gone up quite a bit from April. So on the Dow, on the daily time frame, so we're not expecting a lot. I mean, if we get a bounce, that's great. We're at all-time high territory, okay? But look where we came from. We came from the low here of April, right? April of this year, when we had that correction, and we've gone straight up since then, okay? So we can't complain, all right? It would be nice to get one more push for the year, but we can't complain, all right? We can't complain here, okay? So Dow on the daily time frame, holding its buy signal here, right? Creeping up a little higher here, all right? On the daily time frame. Dow on the weekly time frame. Weekly looks good, guys. Buy signal here. Look at this. Every single candle here keeps moving higher. All green candles. Buyers are definitely in control. And look at how it's been trading the Dow. All right. So bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. Here was April. Here. Buy signal here moving up. So big picture, long term looks good. Monthly time frame on the Dow, buy signal here looks good as well. All right, good price action here. Okay, S&P on the 240. All right, again, good price action. Here was April here on the 240, and we've moved up nicely, guys. We just want one more pop for the year. All right, we're being greedy. All right, if not, if it doesn't happen, guys, no big deal. We've had a great year in equities. All right, equities has been our number one trade. As equities slow down, you guys will notice that Forex is moving. So Forex is where we want to start rotating into. Okay, so make sure you're trading your your monster scalper trader. You might, our Forex dominator traders, you might find some opportunities there as well. S&P on the daily time frame, we have a buy signal here. Again, we are right at that resistance here, looking to break out. We'll see what happens this week. Weekly time frame on the S&P, buy signal here, holding firm. S&P on the monthly, buy signal here, holding firm. This is the time of the year too where you can kind of just remember, guys, the institutions are not in this market. All right. So just like we are slowing down for the holidays, these institutions, these hedge funds, these money managers, they're not trading. All right. So yes, we have low volatility, but they're not in this market. Just like they go away in the summer months, they're done. They will not come back until January. All right. So keep that in mind. That volume might be light. Okay. All right. So just hold your expectations. Okay. And again, we've had a great year in equities, so can't complain. So NASDAQ, S&P on the monthly, and then NASDAQ here. We talked about the NASDAQ, right? It's not moving as much. 240, NASDAQ on the 240, no buy signal. It's on the 240. It's just holding right at the resistance here, near the all-time highs. This market, though, if I was a betting man, I would say that we will pull back, okay? But you never know. All right, we're at all-time high territory, guys. This market is due for a correction. NASDAQ on the daily time frame here, no buy signal, all right? All right, so trading near its resistance, but we need to break through here to get a buy signal on the daily. Weekly looks good. Notice that on the weekly, guys, and the monthly, price action is good. Buyers are holding firm. Okay. NASDAQ on the monthly, look at this buy signal here on the monthly. All right, at 16,000. Guess what? Trading at 23,000. What a big move, guys. All right, again, monthly time frame. All right, every month it's been holding since the correction here in April here. Okay. All right, we can't complain with this market. Can't complain. Russell on the 240. White candle there on the 240, holding on the daily. Even the Russell is getting in on that action here, right at resistance. All-time high was here, pull back. But buy signal is right here, and it's holding here. All right, so stock boss traders, bull master traders, we ran hit seeker last week, and I think we had like 40 stocks are the hit seeker for stock boss, right around 40, 30 for both. Be careful. If they're not buying, we should not be buying. And again, if the stocks are not coming through hit seeker, that tells us a lot. All right. All right, monthly time frame for the Russell IWM, that's holding firm. Again, markets are holding, right? They're holding, just not moving higher. Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin, guys, is at 87. Okay, it is finding support. So Bitcoin is finding support, found support at 80,000 here, and now it's at 87,000. Clearly in the markdown phase. Remember, we came from 125,000. We have no buy signal in Bitcoin. All right, all red candles, we're in the markdown phase, purple support and resistance. All right, so the momentum is to the downside. We would like to see Bitcoin get to 80,000 and then see how it reacts to support here. All right, if it breaks through that support, we still have further support at 70,000. But let's see what it does. Okay, it is trying to find support here. Right, near-term support at 85. So 85,000 near-term support. All right, further support at 80,000 and then 70,000. Bottom line is no buying. No buy signals on Bitcoin. Okay? No buying in Bitcoin. And it looks like that Bitcoin money is going into gold and especially silver. Silver is making some big moves. Okay? Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, again, sell signal, right? Red candles there, monthly here. All right, yen pairs, we talked about the yen pairs. That is your best trade. All right, yen pairs, try to stay with those. If they reverse, we'll get sell signals. All right, to close that trade. Gold on the daily time frame, guys, pulling back right now, but still holding. On the daily, we had two buy signals. All right, so what's this? January of this year, we had a buy signal, first buy signal in gold. All right, we're talking about this year, okay? At 2009-25. All right, that's the first buy signal this year on the daily time frame in gold. Sell signal came in at 3,300 and change on a break of support. Next buy signal came in right here on a break of resistance here on gold. All right, so our systems caught that whole move in gold on the daily time frame. Buy signal 3,500 and change, and it's been holding ever since at 4,490 is where it is right now. Okay, all green candles, if you're trading it on the daily, right, just hold on. Okay, if you want to trade it on the smaller time frames, you can use our metal system to do that. On the daily, on the week, on the monthly time frame, big monthly time frame, buy signal came in here on a break of resistance, big resistance here, going back all the way to 2011. This is why we follow these big, right, big charts. All right, so we can catch these big moves. Resistance was here, 2011. Gold at 2,500. 2020, COVID years here. Resistance here. Buyers, sellers came in here. Sellers came in here. 2023, sellers came in here. And this year, was it this year? No, let's see here. 2024, I'm sorry. April 2024, buy signal here, and then we've been moving higher ever since. Monthly time frame here, monthly time frame. Silver on the daily time frame, we got a buy signal this year, guys. This move in, who was it? Anthony sent me a message on silver. Um, guys, this move in silver happened this year. Just amazing. Okay, just amazing. Big move in silver. We had resistance here. This was last year. All last year, silver hasn't done much in a few years. Okay. I remember when silver was at around 14, right down here somewhere. Okay. But big break came in this year. Big break. All right. So resistance is here. Buy signal. Our buy signal came in right here. Perfect buy signal. That came in June, guys. So June of this year, silver was $30 an ounce, and now it's at 71. Just big move, major move, right? It's gone parabolic, big move. We're looking for a pullback, but boy, you might not get that pullback, okay? If you're going to trade it, right, you can look for smaller time frames. Silver on the monthly time frame, we were watching. This was 2011 here when silver made a high of 47, and then sellers came in heavy, right? We were tracking it to see if sellers would come in this time around. Same high here, but guess what? That did not happen. Broke out. Silver broke out in a big way. Big monthly chart right here. All right, so I doubt silver will retrace all the way back. We'll see how it performs next month. All right, but based on this price action, guys, silver should hold. Right, silver should hold. Not saying that it will hold at $71. Might retrace somewhere in the 60s, somewhere in here. Consolidate. We would like to see it consolidate, all right, for a bit, and then move higher. But boy, big move in silver, both silver and gold, but especially silver. Silver tend to pass gold. Gold will usually make it the first move, and then silver will catch up. Okay, crude oil, nothing, guys, nothing in crude. The big story here with crude is gonna get off that support level here. All right, so it's not trading at resistance, it's trading at this support, hanging around support. If it breaks through that support level, that's not good for crude oil. All right, this is the sweet spot here for crude. It's at 57. It gets below 57. It gets below 50 in the 40 range. That's not good for the markets. Okay, keep an eye on that. We're watching it, but they're really doing a good job holding that support. Okay, holding that support with crude. Bonds, nothing still with bonds, so no trade there. It will set up if the dollar moves higher. Okay, we could see bonds take off. Right now, I have no idea what bonds are doing. Okay, housing holding firm here. All right, so that's our construction index for housing, for builders. Holding. Housing is not crashing. Okay, housing is not crashing. It's holding. Bonds is holding support as well. Okay, we should see big moves down the road. We could see bonds move. Okay, but not right now. All right, we're doing good on time. So your yen pairs, All right, so we trading the yen pair. So dollar, let's see here, dollar yen. We don't have dollar yen here. All right, so euro yen. Let's take a look here. On the 240 euro yen, all right, in Monster Scalper, buy signal here on the 240, hold in. Euro yen, Swiss yen. All right, new buy signal here, hold in. SGD, Singapore dollar yen, buy signal here, holding on the 240, choppy here. CAD yen, all right, buy signal here, holding. Aussie yen on the 240, buy signal here, holding firm. Purpose support and resistance, keep an eye on it. I know it looks choppy here, but we're moving higher, okay? And again, yen pairs, that's your best trade right now. Buy signal came in here. We're in the markup phase, reaccumulation, new buy signal here. We're moving higher. Pound yen. All right, pound yen been trading well. I know it's volatile, but it's trading well. All right, so bought here, sold here. Bought here, sold here in Monster Scalper. Buy signal here. A bit of a pullback this evening. Purpose support and resistance. We've got to get back above resistance to get going. If it breaks resistance here, you might have an opportunity to scale up, scale in. New Zealand yen. New Zealand yen, buy signal here. Again, guys, look at this. This is reaccumulation. New buyers are coming in. All right, so try to stay with it. Bought here, sold here. Bought here, sold here. Buy signal here. And pulling back a bit right now. We'll see what happens overnight. Okay. Nothing in Stock Boss and Bull Master. As we move into the new year, we are going to focus. You guys know, those of you who've been with us for a while in Forex and Monster Scalper, we sometimes we're all over the place, right? So we'll trade. We might short the yen, the dollar pairs, long the yen pairs, long the Aussie. We're gonna try to focus now. You guys can do what you want, but as far as I'm gonna try to give you guys more direction, so we find the dominant trade. All right, in Forex, Monster Scalper, and we're gonna focus on that trade and try to squeeze as much success out of those trades. Okay. All right, let's take a quick look at our systems. All right, so monster indices. Now, you guys know for the last couple of Fridays that we haven't done any live trading because of the holidays and because of the slow, things are just slow. Price action in equities kind of just really slow, okay? We'll see how, what the market does this week. If we'll have live trading on Friday, this Friday, I'll let you guys know, okay? But I want you guys to, you know, take some time off. We'll go pretty quick, pretty fast. You guys know every January, beginning of the year, we go pretty quick. Okay, we're not making a lot of changes. We haven't made a lot of changes this year. Well, we've made some changes, a lot of changes last year. Before that, with the systems, with a lot of updates. We are not. We got on SKOOL this year. We are not making any major changes. Okay. Going into 2026, right? I don't see any major changes except for focus, okay? So the focus in 2026 will be trading, okay? So the systems are in place, our SKOOL community is in place, okay? Training, coaching, all of that is in place. We're just going to focus on price, and profits, okay? And we're going to put more focus on our trading systems. So this is new this year where we're gonna focus not only when we do live trading, but really focus on the systems. And this is part of it this evening here. Okay, so monster indices. So the Dow E-mini, all right. Those of you who trade in, now you can use, if you're trading monster indices, that's fine. But if you're trading the US or US 30 system, NAS 100 system, the S&P, right, you can use that the same process here. Okay, so we're waiting for a buy signal on the Dow E-mini on the 60-minute time frame here. Again, just be careful here. We need to break out. See how we're getting buy signals on this, but not going very far. All right, be aware of that. So the Dow setting up with a buy signal. NASDAQ has a buy signal, but it's not going anywhere. Okay, S&P, all right, waiting for a buy signal. And with the S&P, it's done fairly well. We've got two buy signals on the 60-minute, guys. This is the daily here. Bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. Just waiting for a new buy signal on a break of resistance on the S&P. On the Russell, all right, waiting for a buy signal on the Russell there. On the 60, the Nikkei, all right, no buy signal there. Nikkei, again, stuck between support and resistance. All right, but things can change. The FTSE is doing pretty good. Buy signal here. We're moving up nicely. Look at the FTSE here. All right, buy signal here, breaking out here on the daily. So not a bad trade there. Again, crypto's monster. So Litecoin sellers are in here in Litecoin on the daily time frame. If you guys want, now we've got it on the daily here. You could move it to the 60. Let's see what we've got here on the 60. All right, so we're gapping up here on the 60-minute time frame in Litecoin here. Be careful, right? It's range bound here in Litecoin. Bitcoin Cash. All right, buy signal here. Bitcoin Cash is looking good. Bitcoin Cash really didn't sell off, kind of held, just held. Now it's breaking out. Buy signal here. This might not be a bad trade. Just the only concern is got to get past resistance here. All right. And that's Bitcoin Cash here. Buy signal here, gapped up, moving higher this evening. Ethereum right here. All right. Red candles here, very choppy here. I would stay away from that. And then Bitcoin, very choppy. But which one was it? Bitcoin Cash looks good. Okay. Metals. On the 60-minute time frame, gold. Wait for a buy signal. Definitely wait for a buy signal on gold. All right, buy signals have been a bit choppy here, but not a big deal. This is on the 60-minute time frame. If that 60-minute give way to sellers, we could see a pullback here, but boy, could wait for a buy signal. Okay, in gold. Platinum, all right, sell signal right now in platinum on the 60-minute time frame. You can wait for a new buy signal. All right, no shorts. Look at this move here. So no shorts. So just wait for a buy signal there. All right, silver, best mover here, has a buy signal. And look at the trading in silver, guys. This is on the 60-minute time frame. So most people did not catch silver on the daily time frame. All right. So you could trade it on a smaller time frame, 60-minute time frame here. One second, let me fix this chart. All right, so on the 60-minute time frame, guys, look at the trading here. All right, so bought here. All right, bought here. Sold here, bought here, 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 sold here. Buy signal here on the 60-minute. Great, great, great trading with silver on the 60-minute time frame. Not a single loss. Let me see how many trades here. We had so we had profitable trade here, small loss there, profit, 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 great trading. And this is on the 60-minute time frame. So just because you've missed it on the larger time frame, right? Larger time frame doesn't mean you can't trade it. We just need to lower that time frame and try to profit from that move. All right, copper. Let's take a look at copper here. Buy signal in copper. Copper finally broke out, guys. All right, finally broke out last week. Big move here in copper. So copper is joining the party. And we do have a buy signal. So copper finally broke out. Where was it? Right here, broke out, right here, see here, right, all through here, finally broke out, buy signal here. This is on the 60-minute time frame and holding firm right now. Okay, so copper looks good, but silver, best mover there. Okay. All right, we know about bonds, guys. Nothing in bonds there. Energy, crude oil. So Monster Energies, nothing in crude. You see crude here, guys, on the weekly here. See here, nothing here in crude. Stay away from crude. We're hoping natural gas will make a move, right, as we get into winter here, especially heating oil. But they're stuck right here. But we'll pay attention, right? If they start to move, we'll know and we'll get on these trades. Monster Yen. Let's take a quick look here. So remember, as we go through, as we get into 2026, we're going to put a lot of focus, a lot of emphasis on our trading systems. We'll still monitor the overall markets, but we'll focus on the system. So Aussie Yen on the 60-minute time frame has a good buy signal there. Lots of good buying in the Aussie Yen. All right, so on the weekly time frame, buy signal, right? All green candles here. Look at the buyers there on the weekly. Lots of good buying, guys, on the weekly. Buyers are on the daily. Right here, buyers on the 240, buyers on the 60, and 30-minute, we have buyers just waiting for a buy signal. Buy signal on the 60, all right, in Monster Yen, in Aussie, I mean in the yen pairs. Euro Yen, buyers, right, on the weekly, daily, 240. Pound Yen, same thing here, good buying. Just wait for new signals on a break of resistance there. The Kiwi, all right. We need buyers to come in on the 60-minute time frame. Now, if things really break down in the distribution phase, then we'll know. But so far, they're holding. A bit of a pullback this evening. You guys can see that. All right, so mark down phase, mark up. Make sure you draw your lines. So mark down, mark up. Bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. So it's struggling right now. Don't give up on it though. Okay, so we're looking for, all right, so here is your range, here is resistance. All right, Give a sell signal here. Wait for it to break. So wait patiently to get a new buy signal to then trade it higher. All right, we have good foundation here. So we know weekly, daily, right, 240, buyers are holding. Monster dollar here, nothing here, guys. Look at this. Very choppy here, not tradable. So our monster dollar system, nothing here. At some point, if it moves, we'll know. All right. In the meantime, we wait. Monster scalper. On the 60-minute time frame, guys, you guys can do what you want on the 60-minute time frame. Still volatility, right? A lot of volatility on the 60-minute time frame. So if you guys want to trade that, you know, you can, right? A lot of consolidation. Be careful there. These are the only pairs that's really moving. Okay, so be careful with the 60-minute. 240, we've got more nice volatility, nice movement on the not a lot of consolidation, right? On the 240, so good amount of trades going in here. So just try to stay with the 240 for now. Buyers are coming in the Kiwi pairs in Monster Scalper. All right, buyers are coming in here on in the Kiwi pairs. So Aussie pairs, Kiwi pairs, and again yen pairs are holding. Bits of some selling here, but holding firm. We would like to see this whole area here become solid with buyers. Then we might call a rotation. Okay, so we'd like to see buyers come in here strong or blue. Sellers come in here, right? So they're coming in here red, down, down. Then we'll have a rotation. So we are very close to getting to calling a rotation in Forex. So we'd like to see Aussie, Kiwi, Yen pairs move higher. Dollar, Euro pairs move lower. And you guys know pound pairs will do their own thing. All right, Forex dominator. We've got about 50% there. 50% consolidation there. Okay. Yen pairs are performing really well. All right. 2026, we'll put focus on Forex Dominator as well. Okay. More focus on this system. I know you guys don't like trading it because it's on the daily time frame. I'm going to force you guys to trade it. Okay. Nothing wrong with making hundreds of pips. Right? Sometimes with this system, you can make thousands. I mean, really, look at here, guys. All right, Euro Yen buy signal came in at 164. All right, and now what's that? 184. What's that? 2,000 pips or more. All right, so we'll focus on those systems moving into the new year. Or US 30 traders, again, look for opportunities on the 60-minute time frame. All right, be careful. NAS has a buy signal here, fairly decent trading here on the 60-minute. Not much on that daily time frame. Good news, we do have green candles here on the daily. And we only have about 10 more minutes here. So let's do this before I forget. All right. 5 minutes? Okay. All right. So stock boss, our stock boss traders, I want to show you guys this. Okay. So let's run Heat Seeker. Let's run it. So we got 47 stocks. So make a note. 47 stocks in Heat Seeker for stock boss. This is your small cap stocks. 47, not a lot. Still biotech. So this here is biotech. Let's see if it's the number one. All right, so biotech, most of the 47 is biotech. Okay. Take a quick look here. All right, so biotech is still trading nicely, but 47, guys, that's not a lot. Okay, that is not a lot there. So 47 in stock boss, small cap stocks. A bull master, let's run it. 49. So bull master is 49. Not a lot. All right. Normally in stock boss, we would like to see if they're buying. To know that they're buying, we need to be, I would say 70, 80, 90 in stock boss. If we get over 100 symbols, then we know that they're buying. Okay, in stock boss, you guys know this. 47, they're not buying. Okay, so they're on vacation. Right? That's why we're not getting that Christmas rally. To get that Christmas rally, guys, we need to get hit seeker. Stock boss has to be 70, 80, 90, over 100. Bull master, very important. Large cap stocks, right? Your mega cap stocks, your mag 7 stocks, okay? They should be moving in here. 49, they're not buying, all right? And if they're not buying, we should not be buying, okay? Now, can you find some opportunities? Absolutely. Be careful. Notice we're not calling a buy signal. All right. We haven't called a buy signal in what, a couple of weeks. A new buy signal in a couple of weeks here. Okay. Biotech, a small amount. For bull master, large caps, very important. We need to get that above 100. So 90, right? Bull master, we need to see heat seeker about 90 to about 150 solid. All right, we're at 49. Okay, so that tells us a lot. Okay, that tells us a lot. So if you're going to trade your bull master system or your stock boss system here, all right, trade lightly, be careful. Be careful, okay? Okay, the good news again, and we'll end here. The good news for the market is this, for equities. The VIX is at 1360, 13, that's good. It's under 20, that's good. Low volatility. In equities, we need low volatility. Okay. On the 240, we have a buy signal. On the S&P, buy signal on the 240. No buy signal on the NASDAQ. No buy signal on the Russell. It's on the 240 now. On the daily time frame, we have a buy signal on the S&P. Buy signal on the Dow. Buy signal on the Russell, no buy signal on the NASDAQ, okay? When was the last time we had a buy signal, guys? When was the last time we had buy signals on the daily time frame on each of these indexes and did not call a buy signal? When was the last time we had a buy signal on the S&P? It's very rare, right, where we go against our systems. Right? We have a buy signal on the S&P, buy signal on the Dow, buy signal on the Russell, and we are not calling a buy signal. This is on the daily time frame. That says a lot. With the VIX at 1360. Okay? 9 times out of 10, we are calling a buy signal, and we are not calling a buy signal now because the institutions are not buying. You know who's buying right now? The retail traders, right? Like us, traders like us. The retail traders are buying, and they're not buying in large enough volume to move these markets because the big institutions are not in this market. Okay, so although we have buy signals, okay, retail traders can't move this market higher, okay, to get that Christmas rally, okay? All right, so we'll wait. Now, if buyers come in, if we start breaking through, we have time, right? No rush. If we start this week breaking, buyers coming heavy, break through these resistance levels, see the NASDAQ really break out, give a buy signal, then we'll call a buy signal. Otherwise, we wait. Again, end of the year, money has been made. Okay, we could see sellers come in January. Okay, so just be cautious. Be cautious. If they're not in, we should not be in. Okay, so very strange where we've got buy signals, 3 buy signals, and we're not calling a buy signal. VIX is at 13, really, really low volatility. That's a perfect VIX. Perfect VIX, but we're not calling a buy signal. Not yet, anyway. Okay? All right, guys, you take care, and I'll see everyone on Tuesday, and I'll let you guys know on Friday. If the market stays like this, no need to trade on Friday. Okay, I'll let you guys know. Okay, take care. Thanks for coming. Have a good evening.